Welcome to the Fitness Beginner Podcast, where we help you take the first steps on your fitness journey. Whether you're new to working out or you're looking to get back into it, we've got you covered with tips, tricks, and inspiration to help you reach your goals. So grab your workout gear and let's get started. Welcome back with Murphy Mac to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast. Hope you all had a great day today and a great week. Today is Friday. The reason I'm filming the podcast today is because I'm actually going out of town this weekend for my 1 year anniversary. My anniversary is Sunday, 1 year, and we're excited. We're going to Phoenix, Arizona for a week. Actually, we'll be in Phoenix for a few days, and then we'll be in Sedona for a few days. So I'm looking forward to it. But with that being said, I wouldn't be able to do the podcast on Monday like I normally do. So what I'm doing is I'm pre-planning the podcast out, and I'm filming it today on Friday. I'm going to go ahead and edit it, and I'm going to have it ready, but I'm still going to post it on Monday. So if you're tuning in live, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. What's up? Let's hang out. But if you're listening to the audio only version, you will not hear this episode until Monday when I drop this episode. But that don't matter. We're still going to drop some value on the podcast today. So let's get after it. But before we do, we're going to update you about myself. I kind of just gave y'all my update. I'm going out of town this weekend, which is really going to throw my training for a loop. I really don't know what my training is going to look like this next week because I'm not going to be at a gym and we're doing a lot of sightseeing and like tourist stuff. So probably won't get much. Definitely won't get any biking and swimming in probably, but I'm going to try my best to go for a few runs while I'm out there, the best I can. But we do have several hikes planned to do. So luckily hiking is kind of like a little workout and I can get some good cardio in while I'm hiking. So we will get some kind of working out with the hiking, but I'm gonna try to go for a run. And if I can, if there's a local like YMCA or something, I'm gonna try to go swim and maybe even bike for like at least once or twice. But we'll see. I probably won't do it, but I'm gonna try my best to swim and bike. But if I can't, I'll just get a run in, and then we're gonna do lots of hiking. We're still gonna get it done either way. We're gonna get fit either way, even on vacation. Let's hop into the quick tip of the podcast today. And the quick tip for the podcast is when you first start in your fitness journey, do yourself a favor and take progress photos. Take photos. This is the best way for you to see progress or lack of progress when you're starting your fitness journey because you're going to see yourself every day. You're going to look in the mirror every day. You're probably going to weigh yourself every day. And the scale is not always the best indicator of how much fitness you're actually achieving. It's not always the best. It can lie to you sometimes because your water weight's going to fluctuate. It just depends. Like if you're a woman, your cycle and all that. So it can the scale can kind of alter a little bit, but progress photos are the best because yeah, you may be losing weight, you may be losing fat, but if you're working out, you may be putting on muscle at the same time. So you may be actually losing body fat, but you're gaining muscle, so therefore the scale don't move at all. So it can kind of play with you a little bit. So the best way to see changes in your body is taking progress photos. I would suggest also if you want to go a step further, I would take measurements. Take body measurements of pretty much every major muscle, your stomach, your waist, your hips, like things like that, your arms, your chest, your thighs, legs, everything. Anything you can think of, take a measurement and write them down in the notes on your phone. And this will be another good indicator of how much progress you've made too, because several months down the road, you can measure yourself and you can see how much has actually changed. But to me personally, the best way is progress photos because you can see it firsthand. You can compare your old photos to your new photos. And it's easier that way for me because the scale is not always telling you the truth. So that's my quick tip of the podcast today. So let's hop into the main portion of the podcast. And it only makes sense to talk about how to stay fit or how to stay on your fitness goals, your fitness journey while you're on vacation or while you're traveling for work or something. If you're traveling at all for anything or if you're on vacation, how can we stay fit? How can we stay true to our goals? We can stick to our diet. So that's what the whole podcast is going to be about today. And it makes sense because I'm going for a whole week. I'm going out of town. So these are some of the things that I'm going to be implementing in my own routine and my only daily schedule to hold me accountable, to keep me true to my fitness goals. So enough of that. Let's hop into it. So, the crucial topic today is how to stick to your fitness routine and diet while on vacation. So, just because you're going on vacation, this don't mean that you have to abandon your health and your fitness goals. You can use some of these tricks that we're about to talk about, these hacks, these tips to help you stay on track and enjoy a guilt-free vacation. That's a key. Guilt-free. You don't want to ruin your vacation because you had a bunch of desserts and then you're mad at yourself. The number one main first tip is to plan ahead. You got to plan ahead. Do your research. Find out where or you should already know where you're staying. Do your research on your destination. Look for fitness facilities, healthy food options, outdoor activities, anything, whatever kind of fitness you're involved in. See if they have something to that effect there that you could even participate in while you're there. Pre-book some of these fitness classes or your activities that you can enjoy. Like, go ahead and plan it in your schedule before you get there. That way you don't make an excuse of why you didn't do it. That way you don't put it off and not end up doing it just because you're on vacation. Pre-planning, pre-scheduling these activities can make it a lot easier to fit into your schedule because you're not going to schedule one of your excursions or whatever during that time because you got to work out during that time. Also, you can pack like resistance bands or any kind of travel friendly workout gear. Maybe like a TRX straps, bands, whatever, something, little tiny dumbbells, whatever you normally use. Take them with you and you can get a little workout in your hotel room. You can do whatever. Or if you don't have none, you can do a body weight workout. You got to find ways to mix it up and be flexible. You got to be flexible. Next, number 2 is to set realistic goals. Adjust your expectations. It's okay if you indulge a little bit, if you indulge occasionally. That's vacation. That's part of it. You're probably going to go eat some good food. You're going to eat some dessert. You may have a beer or two. That's okay. But don't beat yourself up about it. So aim for, when you're doing your workouts things, aim for maintenance rather than progress. Because when you're on vacation and you're not in your normal routine, you're not your normal setup, you're not going to make any progress really. But you can maintain what you've already created. So don't try to do anything crazy out of the ordinary that you normally wouldn't even do at home to try to make some progress. When you're on vacation or you're traveling for work, just try to maintain what you're already doing and don't try to do nothing extra. So you want to focus on that consistency rather than the intensity when you're on vacation. Because let's be honest, when you're out there doing who knows what, eating whatever you want, eating dessert, like you're probably not going to make any gains in the gym or in your endurance, whatever it is. So just try to stay at your maintenance level during this time. I mean, you don't have your normal gym workouts. You don't have your normal routine. You're probably not waking up at the same time. You probably have other things on your mind, like what you're doing later that day, what kind of excursions you're doing. So just set realistic goals. Don't try to go above and beyond or do anything extra that you wouldn't do during the week because it's just not going to be realistic. You want to enjoy yourself on vacation. Your whole vacation should be centered around your diet and your exercise. So number 3, choose your accommodations wisely. So this is the main one for me is if you're staying in a hotel, stay in a hotel that has a gym. Yeah, hotel gyms are not the nicest and they don't have a lot of stuff, but they have enough for you to get a good, decent workout in. Stay at a place that has a gym and a place that has a kitchen if you can. That way you can cook some of your own foods. You're not eating out every single meal. I mean, yeah, you're going to eat out some. That's vacation. I understand that. But for those other meals where you don't necessarily need to eat out, you can whip up some in the kitchen real quick and eat something halfway healthy. Also, stock up on some healthy snacks. If you got a fridge in there, get you some fruit, get you some vegetables, maybe some protein bar, something like that. Some Greek yogurt, something you like to snack on that's semi-healthy, and put those in the fridge. That way, you're not just going and buying some chips or cookies or whatever, and you got some snacks there already there with you in the room. And then also you can consider proximity to how close you are to like some walking trails, jogging trails, maybe even the proximity to the gym or anything to that effect. The proximity of where your hotel is actually located. Next, number 4 is to stay hydrated. This one's huge because most time on vacations, you're doing a lot of things. Like you're going on a lot of excursions or you're doing some kind of event. So carry a reusable water bottle with you. Keep it full, and this will help you stay hydrated. This is also good for when you're traveling. If you're flying on a plane, you need to stay hydrated on a plane because you may not realize it, but you probably go that whole plane ride without drinking any water. You may get some jet lag if you're not hydrated. The main cause of jet lag is dehydration. So make sure you drink water on the plane. Limit your alcohol intake. which can dehydrate you as well. I mean, it is, like I said, it is vacation. You're probably going to have a few beers. That's okay. But limit it as much as you can. Don't go above and beyond. And then opt for water rich foods like fruits and vegetables that are made up of mainly water. This will help you stay hydrated as well. So that's a pretty simple one, is hydration. But next, number 5, we're going to hop into control your portion sizes. If you're at a big restaurant, you don't necessarily know what's in those meals in the restaurant, what they're cooking it with. So you may opt to share a meal at a restaurant, or even share your appetizer. Or you could even order appetizers as your main course, which normally appetizers are, most of the time, they're less in calories. Not always, but majority of the time they're smaller portions. They're going to be less in calories. So that's a way you can kind of eat less calories. You may share a meal with somebody. You could also ask for your dressings and your sauces on the side rather than them pouring it on there, because they may put too much on there. That's very calorie dense. And then you could also use like smaller plates to control your portion sizes. Next, make smart food choices. So prioritize your lean meats, your vegetables, and your whole grains. Obviously, you should be doing this all the time, especially when you're on vacation. And then enjoy like the local cuisine in moderation. Most local food that you know of is not necessarily the best for you. It's not the healthiest, but we know you're going to enjoy it because you're on vacation in that place and you want to indulge in the local atmosphere. You want to indulge in the local culture. That's a whole part of vacation. So definitely enjoy yourself, but don't go too crazy with it. Just use it in moderation. And then on top of all that, limit your sugary drinks. Opt for water, obviously, or some kind of tea, herbal tea. Don't go crazy on the sodas or anything like that. Diving into the next topic, which is stay active. Most people, I feel like, on vacation are pretty active because you're going to be going and doing like excursions or going to parks or the zoo or whatever you're doing. You're normally pretty active. So explore your destinations on foot or by bike, depending on where you're at. Incorporate quick workouts or body weight exercises. I would suggest doing these in the morning before you ever get your day going, because most of the time on vacation, you're going somewhere for the whole entire day and you're not coming back until that night. So you're not going to work out then. So go ahead and get up early, do it before you do anything else, and then it's done for the day. You don't have to worry about it. And then you feel good about it too, because you're like, ooh, I already knocked out a little workout. Now let's go have fun. We're on vacation. Let's enjoy the rest of the day. And then also just plan an active excursion. So hiking, snorkeling, anything active outside that's moving your body, gets you going. That's always good. Plan these active excursions. So we're going to be doing a lot of hiking this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to go to the Grand Canyon while we're there. So we're going to see some cool sights, and I'm excited. I've never been out west before. The most west I've ever been is Texas, and I wouldn't even really consider Texas west. So yeah, it's going to be fun. The next topic is just mindful indulgences. Allow yourself the occasional treat. Don't guilt yourself. You're gonna go off on your diet. That's part of vacation. But allow yourself to not be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up about it. So practice that portion control, not only with your foods, but also with your desserts, your high calorie foods. Instead of you and your spouse getting a dessert, maybe y'all should just split a dessert. This way you only get half the calories that you normally would. If you, like I said, if you're gonna get that big unhealthy meal, maybe you could share your meal your with whoever's with you, and this will help you not indulge as much and help your portion sizes as well. Another one is you want to track your progress. So you're probably doing a lot of activity while you're there. So use a fitness app or a journal. Log your workouts, log your meals, just like you would at home. Don't just stop doing that because you're not at home in your normal routine anymore. You want to keep doing that. If you're using MyFitnessPal, keep tracking it, keep using it. If you're using a workout app or a journal, keep doing that. Monitor your steps daily. Use an Apple Watch or whatever Samsung watch, whatever app watch you use, a Garmin. Track your daily activity, and then celebrate the small victories and stay accountable, just like you would while you're home. You ain't gotta change nothing up. The only thing that's gonna change is your schedule that you do later in the day, but your fitness things should all stay the same. Also, you can get support. This one's huge. Get support. Involve your travel companions in your fitness goals. Get them to work out with you. Get them to eat healthier with you. Get them to track their steps with you. When you're doing it with somebody, it's a whole lot easier. Or you could even join like a local fitness class. If you're going to go to the local gym, join a class. You may meet somebody in there that you may end up becoming friends with or something. Don't be shy or scared to hop in a group class while you're gone, while you're on vacation. And then, of course, share your journey on social media. This not only encourage yourself to stay accountable, but it may encourage somebody else to get on their fitness goals. So that's why I'm sharing this podcast with y'all. So maybe y'all can take this and use it on your next vacation or your next work trip. So that's all I got for the podcast. In conclusion, staying fit on vacation is possible. You just have to have the right mindset and the right strategies. You can do it. I promise. It's really not that hard. Remember, it's about balance. It's about enjoying your trip. Have fun, enjoy yourself, but just do it in moderation. So you don't want to lose all that progress you've already made in the gym. You don't want to set yourself back too far and then have to work extra hard when you get home. So implement these tips, these tricks, hacks to help you maintain your fitness goals, help you maintain your diet while you're making these unforgettable memories, these big memories. The whole reason you go on vacation in the first place is to have that experience and to make those memories. So that's going to be the main portion of the podcast. And next is we're going to hop into the fitness quote of the podcast. And today's quote is, "When I feel tired, I just think about how great I will feel once I finally reach my goal." I'll read it again. "When I feel tired, I just think about how great I will feel once I finally reach my goal." Honestly, that's what it's all about. Finally reaching your goal. That's the reason we do these things, is because you're going to have that sense of self-satisfaction once you hit that goal. That's the whole reason I'm training for an Ironman. Because honestly, training for an Ironman sucks. It really does. It's not fun. These training sessions are not necessarily fun. But I know once I cross that finish line, it's going to be so worth it. Like, it's going to be worth the whole process. When you get tired, just remind yourself of, or picture when you cross that finish line, what it's going to feel like. Or if you've done it before in the past, remind yourself what that feeling felt like. And then that'll keep pushing you. That'll motivate you to keep going, to push through that tiredness. Just think about how great you're going to feel once you accomplish that goal. Once you drop that 15 pounds, just think about how much better you're going to feel, not only physically, but mentally as well. How much better you're going to feel in your skin. You're not going to be afraid to look in the mirror anymore. Just think about that. So this is what keeps you going, keeps you motivated to achieve those goals that you set for yourself. So when you get tired, just think about how great you're going to feel once you reach that goal. And that's going to do it for the podcast today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Fitness Beginner Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and leave me a review. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, share it with your friends, your mom, your dad, your uncles. And stay tuned for more valuable content coming to y'all. Stay safe on your travels. This episode is going to be posted on Monday if you're going to listen to the audio only podcast. But if you're tuning in live, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend. And War Eagle. Peace, love, protein. We out. Thanks for tuning in to the Fitness Beginner Podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring. Remember to always start small. Set realistic goals. And most importantly, have fun. Don't forget to tune in next week for more tips and advice on how to kickstart your fitness journey. Until then, stay active and stay healthy.